Hi everyone, it's good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Brandon T. Jones in for Laura Papetti. We begin with breaking news. There's been an explosion at the Rainbow Bridge crossing the U.S.-Canadian border. A car exploded this morning, killing the two people inside. The car was coming from the Canadian side of the border to New York. It was directed to a secondary search area when it exploded. All the boarding crossings in the area have been closed, and the FBI says they're still investigating what happened. And of course, we're going to get to more stories here in just a few moments. But before all of that, we want to go ahead and check in with our meteorologist, Thomas Patrick, because Thomas, it was raining early this morning when we first got in around 4 a.m. or so. But that's cooled down since then, huh?
Yeah, and it is dried out big time. In fact, if you're just waking up right now, you probably totally missed the rainfall from early on this morning. Plenty of sunshine from our outdoor weather center. Just a few fair weather cumulus clouds as I just kind of scan the distance here, and the satellite imagery that you see behind me on the green screen, of course, showing lots of clearing skies. Look at how the rain and the cloud cover exits stage right and to the east. So no more worries about any rain today. We are in for a dry remainder of this Wednesday. It looks like a dry holiday weekend ahead of us, and that sunshine is doing some magic for us. 43 degrees as of our noon temperature. Got a good chance to hit 45, mid 40s or so for this afternoon. That little bit of sunshine can go a long way, and actually we're getting quite a bit of it. And if you're traveling anywhere across the region by car for this weekend, well, if you're heading westward, no issues. There's the Thanksgiving forecast for Seattle and Portland, and it stays sunny straight on through Friday, Saturday, and likely Sunday as well. The problems come if you're heading eastward into Billings. You might be running into snow over Montana, but if you're staying here at home, looking pretty nice. And coming up, we're going to detail just how much cooler the upcoming weekend forecast is looking to be for us.
Today is expected to be the busiest travel day of the holiday week. KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez was at the Spokane airport to find out if travelers are experiencing the rush this year.
Hey, well, it is officially the holiday season here at the Spokane International Airport. If you're coming down to travel for Thanksgiving, they are festive. They're giving out these little red mini Starbucks cups with either hot cocoa, which I have, or coffee. And of course, plenty of people here waiting for that TSA line. This line here is typical-ish, maybe a little bit more busy this morning than typical for the Alaska terminal. The other side actually has basically nobody there right now, a lot less people than you may expect for the day before Thanksgiving here. But TSA here in Spokane specifically does think 73,000 people will be going through these lines to travel for the holiday season, and we actually talked to a couple of them about where they're going and how excited they are to get there.
Where are you guys headed and how excited are you to go?
Disneyland, really excited.
I'm headed to Kirkland, so I'm flying into Seattle and then I'm going to Kirkland to go home. So my flight's at, I think, 8:30, so I did get here pretty early, so I also didn't want to pay for an Uber, so my buddy was here, so I just went with him.
We're going to California, where my mom's mom lives. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. So between today and Sunday, these are some of the busiest travel days of the year. It's something that we talk about every year here, specifically for the Spokane International Airport. We know how it works here. Typically, things get busier about 2 hours, an hour and a half before a flight, then things calm down, and it kind of repeats that cycle. So just knowing that you should be a little bit more cautious about getting to the airport a little bit early today. Nationwide, TSA is expecting 2.7 million people to go through the checkpoints throughout today, but it's even worse on Sunday with 2.9 million expected to go through TSA on Sunday. So lots of traveling, but of course all worth it. Hopefully you have a happy Thanksgiving with family. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Covering North Idaho, this afternoon, Idaho's Attorney General is asking the United States Supreme Court to get involved in the fight against the state's abortion ban. The law allows the state to prosecute doctors who provide abortions, except in cases where it saves the mother's life. The ban went into effect last year and was almost immediately challenged by the Department of Justice. Since then, the ban was paused, put back into effect, and then paused again, which is where it currently stands right now. A hearing on this latest pause is set for January. The AG's office is now asking the Supreme Court to allow the law to take effect until a ruling is made. Now to a story we've been following the last few days. This afternoon, Spokanimal gave an update about a mystery illness making dogs sick. They shut down in mid-October under quarantine protocol to stop the spread of what they originally thought was an outbreak of kennel cough. They now believe they have the same unknown respiratory illness infecting dogs all across the country. So far, most of Spokanimal's dogs have recovered. However, one dog did die and another had to be put down. Spokanimal's veterinarian released a statement about the illness. She said, quote, "Although we are seeing much improvement, the cause for the illness has yet to be identified. We will only open the shelter back up to the public after we are confident that all animals in our care are completely healthy."